Sometimes the hardest thing that we have to do is to overcome the fear, to have those hard conversations when we look ourselves in the mirror and talk to ourselves.
You've tuned into The Switch. Flip the switch and start shining like never before. Now your host, Lance Gilbreath.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Switch. I'm your host, Lance Gilbreath, and let me tell you, I am so excited today because we're starting a new series called Unlocking Bravery. I know lots of you have had conversations with me over the last year, and I've been taking notes, and my daughter being an athlete, we have a lot of conversations. And where this whole thing started is we were at a college soccer game, checking it out, and our conversation started to be around playing it safe and bravery in these athletes that we were watching. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the next few minutes of really understanding who we are as people and what it takes to tap into bravery. So, are you ready? I'm excited. This is a 5-part series, and today is Name the Fear. You can't defeat what you refuse to identify. So many times we are not honest with ourselves about what that fear really is. So today, bravery begins with honesty. Most people aren't simply afraid of taking that next step. There's usually something underneath that hesitation. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of criticism, fear of losing what you already have, fear of discovering you're not as good as maybe you hoped. Sometimes we disguise that fear as being practical and playing it safe. I'm just waiting for the next right time. I need to think about it some more. I'm just not quite ready. We've all said those words. But sometimes those statements really mean I'm scared. And that's okay. It's okay to admit that. It's okay to work through that. It's okay to process that. But the objective becomes to become fearless. The objective is to become honest enough to identify what fear is controlling. So why is fear? I want you to write these things down and think about these things. These are just questions for you to process and ponder. Why is fear a natural human response? We can talk about fight or flight. We can talk about some of those things, but I want you to discover that yourself. Number 2, the difference between legitimate danger and emotional discomfort. Number 3, how fear disguises itself as procrastination. Sometimes we just are procrastinating. Let's just be honest. All right, number 4, why worrying about other people's opinions create paralysis. The fear of other people's opinions, the fear of being a people pleaser. Those are real things. All right, the next one, how perfectionism can actually be fear in disguise. And as my daughter and I were watching that soccer game I was talking to you about, the players on the field were trying to be so perfect and play it so safe so maybe they didn't get taken out of the game for a mistake, that they were just, it was Division I athletics is the highest collegiate sport we have, and it was really sad seeing those Division I athletes just in fear of making any mistake and trying to play so perfect. So again, just telling you where all this got birthed out of. All right, the next one. Why naming your fear reduces its power. When you name something and you're able to identify it, then you can properly come up with a solution. All right, so here is what I've kind of called the bravery exercise for episode 1. I want you to write these things down. What do you do when you're not afraid? When you are so full of grit and determination and desire, what do you do when you're not afraid? All right. Then ask, what exactly am I afraid will happen? All right, here's the next one. Don't write failure. anywhere in any of these things that I just don't want that word to become something that you ruminate on. People nowadays love to overthink everything. All right, so let's get specific. What does failure actually mean to you? And here's my closing challenge. For the next 24 hours, I want you to notice every time fear causes you to even pause or hesitate. Don't judge yourself, just recognize it. Because awareness is where bravery begins. And here's my final thought for you. Fear grows in the shadows. Bravery begins when you're willing to turn on the light. Go be great today. Keep shining, keep smiling, and go be completely awesome.
Until next time, please like, subscribe, and share, and visit lancegilbreath.com.